We are in the Go book for Office 2013. We're on the Excel Chapter 1, and we're on Activity 1B, Project 1B, I think they call it. And we're on page 334. And so start Excel, create a blank workbook, which I've already done. In cell A1, type Pro Fit Marietta. Press enter and plyometric products inventory, and I guess I should have capitalized the I there. And you might be tempted to click on column C here, but you get nothing. So that's all still column A. And then just go up here and delete the I and replace it with a capital I. And now I want to go to B3. And whoops, I want to do save as. So I'll do a save as. We're not going to put it in a special folder. We're just going to put it in with the other stuff for Chapter 1 in the Student Data Files folder here on our desktop in the CSC 110 folder. And this one's going to be called, just type in your first name, your last name, Tom, first name, and 1B, PLYO, pure ODCTS, products. And I'm on item number 3 on page 334, and I want to move cell B3, and I want to type in quantity. Press tab to move over, type average cost, tab, and retail price. And press, it said press tab, and it says click cell C3 again. It's cut off, even though you see up here it's still there. Go to E3 and type total retail value and press tab and percent of total retail value and press enter. And now I want to go to A4 and I want to type in some labels here. Speed hurdle, okay, now we're on number 7 on the top of page 335, and in the column here, heading area, and it says widen column A. They say 215 pixels. If I do that, it's not wide enough, so we're going to have to go a little further than that. And let's go about there. Okay, and select the range A1 to F1. We're going to do a merge and center here. This is something you're probably going to do just about all the time with the title here. And we're going to make it the title style. Then we select what's in row 2 here over to column F. We're going to merge and center that, and we're going to make that heading 1. And then go to A1, and it says click the review tab, and we want spelling. You don't get red wavy lines in here like you do in Word. And it will check my spelling for me. And let me see. In the spelling dialog box, notice the word power. Oh, they told us to spell that wrong, didn't they? So, where was that? A4. Yeah, I missed that. So it's easy to go back here and fix it. Right click on the 4 and do insert. And then let's put in POWRHURDLE. Now I've got a misspelled word in there. Now let's go and check the spelling. And this is basically the same as it was in Word. Power is the word we want. Click it to change, and it will change it to the correct word. And let's save that, and now we're on the bottom of page 335. Select the range B4 to D9. B4 down to D9 here. And this is not a big deal, but if you select a range like that and you start typing in data, it will allow you to, when you get to the bottom of a column, go to the top of another column automatically, but that's not really a big deal at all. So I want 125 here, and then I'm sure they've got some more numbers for us to type in on the next page, and they do, and I'm going to type all of them in. I'm going to pause the video here while I do that. Okay, I've got them all typed in, hopefully correctly, and now it says click on any blank cell, and then compare our screen with the one at the bottom of page 336. And now let's go to the top of page 337, and we want to go to E4, which is right here. And I want this is going to be the total retail value, which is going to be the quantity times the retail price, which is, this is cell B4 times D4. It's a formula, so you have to start with an equal sign. You can click on this, and it'll put B4 in for you. Asterisk is for multiplication, and then click on the retail price and hit enter, and it'll tell you that the number is 4,118.75. And the operators are displayed on page 337. Plus, minus, asterisk for multiplication, slash for division. You can actually type in percents with a percent sign, and you can use a caret symbol for raising a number to a power. Now I want to go to E4, and I want to copy that formula all the way down. Remember, this formula says, if I double click on it, it says take the number in the blue box, which is 3 over, times the number in the red box, which is 2 over. So it's not really B4 times D4, it's 2 over plus, 1, 2, 3 over plus the number 1, or times the number 1 over. And if I copy that down the page now, that's what I did. So I just get the fill handle and drag, and that's how you can copy the formula. Select the range B4 to, I'm on number 5 now on page 337, and B4 to B9, and on the home tab I want the comma style, and I'll just put a comma and 2 decimal places in. Well, these are whole numbers, there's no point in doing decimal places, so I want to decrease the number of decimal places. You can increase or decrease, so click on that twice and it'll decrease the number of decimal places. Select E4 to E9. E4 to E9 right here. And they tell you to notice that whenever you select a bunch of numbers down here, you'll see the average, the count, and the sum of those numbers. And now we're on page 338, and in the lower right hand corner of the range, select quick analysis button right here, and click totals tab, and it says point to, but do not click on sum, and then average, and as we go through here it will display those for us. I want to click on the sum button now, and it will sum those numbers, and select C5 to E9. C5 to E9. These numbers, and I want to apply the comma style. So I want decimal places on those. I want commas in them to make them easier to read. Now select C4 to E4, C4 to E4 here, and hold the control key down and select E10 right here. And I want to make, that's a non-adjacent selection, that's why I have to hold the control key down. And I want to click on the $ up here, and it will format those numbers with the $ and 2 decimal places and commas if necessary. And now save that. And I skipped a step here. We want to take this number down here. We want to make it a total. So go to the Home tab, go to your cell styles, and make that a total with a single line above and double line below. Okay. Now we're on activity 1.22, top of page 339. Go to F4. And now what I want to know is I want to know what percent of the total retail value this is. So what percent is 4,000 of 300,000? Well, it looks like it's going to be, like about 1.5%, a little less than that. And I want to take this number and divide it by this number. And whoops, I gotta undo that here. I did not intend to make those with the title style. So I got to unselect them first and then select this one and then go back and make it a total style. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to take this number divided by this number. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Type it equals and then click on this number and then a slash for division and then click on this number and hit enter. And I did not hit enter. First I hit another key, the J key, and now hit enter. And I said it'd be about 1%. And so that's 1%. We want to format that probably as a percent. And I don't know if they increase the decimal places or not here. I'm going to increase them by a couple. So it's a little over 1/3%. Okay. Now, remember how this formula is interpreted. If I double click on it, it means go over 1 and take the number for the top and then go over 1 and down about, 5 or 6 here and take that number for the bottom number. And if I copy that down, which he has you do in the book, I get this division by 0 error message. This is how error messages look in Excel. They're all caps. They got a pound sign and an exclamation mark to make sure that you see them. And I think they ought to make them another color too, but they don't. Red would be good. But double click on that. You see what I'm doing is I'm dividing by this number down here, which is exactly what the formula said to do. But I don't want this number to move. I always want the denominator to be E10, even though the numerator is changing. So I have to go back to my original formula here, and I have to tell Excel, don't change this formula when you copy. Don't change this cell reference when you copy the formula. And the way you do that is you have to make it what's called an absolute cell reference. An absolute cell reference has a $sign before the E and a $sign before the 10. So the $sign in front of the E means don't change the E when you copy this. The $sign in front of the 10 means don't change the 10 when you copy this. And if you're wondering how I got those both to appear at the same time, there's a cool keyboard shortcut for that. It's function key F4. So I just pressed F4 and it automatically did that for me. Now, if I double click on this formula, it means, the blue means go one cell to the left. The $sign E, $10 means E10. It doesn't mean go over 1 and down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It means always use E10 for the denominator. So now if I copy this formula down like that, and I double click on this, well, the E4 changed to an E5, but the E10 did not change. The E5 changed to an E6, but the E10 did not change, and so on. The top one changes, the bottom one does not, because I put those $signs in. Okay, now we're on page 340. And it says examine the formulas in column F. We've already done that, and save our workbook. And now on activity 1.23 at the bottom of page 340, in cell E10, let's go to E10 here, which is this one. And it says notice the column total of $300,953.35. And click B5 right here, which is now 1125. And change it to 995 and hit enter, and this number here should change and the total should change as well, and all my percentages will change too. Okay, point to D8, which is right here, and I want to change it to 158.05 instead of 159. So I can just double click here in the cell, and I've got a little one-line editor here. Back up over the 9, type in 8, and hit enter, and there I am. And that forces a recalculation for everything, and now our worksheet should match the bottom of page 341. Point to cell A2 right here, and I want it to be slightly to the left of or to the right of the word inventory over here, and double click, and that puts the insertion point cursor at the end of the word. And I want to add some type of space and then the word valuation. And then press enter. Now I'm on number 5 on page 341. I want to go to cell B3. And I want to go to the formula bar and click on the end here and add the text in stock and hit enter. And we're up around 15 minutes or so now, so we will stop and continue with another second video for the rest of the Project 1B.